Hey folks, yeah, I know I'm not a pirate, but I guess we're role playing a little bit this weekend. My eye's a little screwed up, so I gotta wear this over my eye because I gotta do a bunch of filming today, and I was like, it's looking worse and worse, so is what it is. We're just doing a check-in. So we had Thanksgiving here in the U.S., so we had a pretty short week last week, which was very nice. Then really spent the last kind of few days mostly mostly doing nothing, trying to take a bit of a break, to be honest. But I don't like sitting still, of course, so I made sure, played some video games. We My wife and I went over to our friend's place for essentially the day on Thanksgiving, which is really awesome. So great to spend time with them. It's I mean, just another layer of like awesomeness, I guess, because we came from Canada originally. We live in the U.S. now, so having some friends where we can go celebrate like Thanksgiving with them is really cool. Because it's a really big holiday for people in the U.S. We have the same thing in Canada, but just much smaller scale. So it's pretty cool to feel like welcomed. By friends into something that we know is like a very big holiday for them. So that was really cool. Um, Interestingly, like on the drive to the to our friend's place, it's just under an hour. Maybe it's 40 minutes, 45 minutes or something. My wife does the driving usually when it's longer, just because I have narcolepsy. I don't fall asleep at the wheel, but I get very very tired when I'm sitting doing like nothing. So if I can zone out, like it makes me feel tired significantly faster. So she volunteers for that. And like just as an example, on the drive home, I drove back. So it's not like I can't do it, and it's even later in the evening and I can still survive. So not an issue. It's just that if I can avoid it, like it's nice to not have to worry about it. So on the drive down, I was essentially vibe coding, which is pretty cool. I was using GitHub Copilot in the I was the Copilot in the car, and then I was using GitHub Copilot to fire off issues to a personal project and just iterate on that, which is pretty cool. I had I had identified, it took forever, and I don't know how it took this long, but I realized that for a side project I was using SQLite for something, and I had two two different NuGet packages, like two completely different providers, and so they were conflicting when it came to like the native SQLite DLLs that needed to be resolved. So anyway, just a horror story of trying to get that resolved. And then once I figured it out, it was like I really needed to make sure I could get that fixed ASAP. So I had Copilot doing that for me on the drive down, which is pretty cool. Just like, I've heard people commenting on Copilot being so terrible or whatever. Claude everything, and I'm like, I get it. Claude's awesome to use, like if you're sitting at your computer and have a terminal. But number one, if I'm coding stuff, I don't want I don't want to sit beside an agent while it's coding. Like I don't want it to use my computer while I'm doing it. So any I don't care how good it is. If I can't use my computer and code at the same time while it's going, then like what am I doing? So I love Copilot, like from GitHub, like for that exact reason. It's just so nice to be able to sit there, um, do what I'm doing, whatever that happens to be, and I can fire off stuff for it to go do. And it does. I find like it does a pretty good job, or at least I'm learning more and more around like what it can and cannot do, what I'll be disappointed by. So yeah, like, and then otherwise this weekend, I have a bunch of YouTube videos I'm going to do today, which is good. I feel like I've been kind of slacking on my main channel, and I don't know whether it's inspiration or just other things going on. I I've noticed that when I'm playing video games, I'm kind of getting sucked into them for like a really long time, um, which tell like I feel like that's telling me that like something's a little off balance. Like I'm kind of using it to escape from things, and I don't know. That could be like whether that's stress from work, that's stress from other things, but I don't even know how to say this properly. It's almost like I'm not playing them because I'm like, oh, this is the most fun thing in the world. It's like I'm doing it because I'm it's almost like procrastinating, if that makes sense. It's kind of weird, but like I've been putting off making videos, and like, you know, it's easy for me to go play video games instead of making videos, but I have a few ideas that I want to go through. I think maybe one of the reasons I've been procrastinating on them is that when I make videos using LLMs and agents to code things, I think I have like a fear's too strong of a word, concern, anxiety around it, like doing stupid stuff. Like it's just not going to work. And then I'm like, well, then the video's done. And I think that I'm trying to get over that just by maybe I'll break the videos up a little bit, or I can preface things like, or what's a better way to say this? I can try to design the video in a way that's like, it doesn't really matter if the agent's not doing what I need. I can still talk through it. And if it does what I'm hoping for, then great. If not, then it's like a learning opportunity, or even some of the video ideas I have are literally setting it up so that it probably will make mistakes, and then we can kind of go back and forth and iterate. And that's part of like what we're going to be talking about. So I'm feeling better about that. I'm ready to record, which is why I'm like with this stupid eye patch kind of thing. It's actually my sleeping mask, but I'm like, I'm gonna cover my eyes so I can sit here and just like get through these videos. Um, so I'm actually looking forward to that. That'll be a good chunk of today. We got a bunch of stuff going on with Brand Ghost, lots of things moving. I think we have a couple. I'm just wanted to check on the side here. We have a couple of partnerships that we're working on, and they were just waiting for some posts and stuff to go out. So that's not active or announced yet, but it's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm very excited. So I got that. Some support stuff, which is cool. Like it's always like when we get support things, if there's a bug, it's always like, oh man, that sucks. But at the same time, it's like it means people are using it, right? And it's an opportunity for us to connect with them. It's an opportunity for us to improve things. So had a user that had an issue today with posting. Turns out it's just like a really big file sizes. But that's a good reminder. Like I can have them work around it for now, but ideally our platform is like agnostic to that, at least from the user's perspective. They can upload big pictures, and we'll do what we got to do to make it post to the platforms, even when they don't support the pictures that size. So, yeah, it's cool. Like it's always a good reminder that having someone contact customer support is, that's not a terrible thing, right? If you have no users, like that's the worst spot to be in. If you have users and they have questions, or there's something they want improved and they're willing to reach out, that means that like then they're hoping you can solve their problem. And that's like why we are here, right? Is to be able to solve their problem. So overall, like pretty excited about that, but lots of work to do. Biggest focus area remains like sales, marketing, that kind of thing. The tech, I'm not concerned about. It's like kind of build whatever we need to build. It's almost a problem, right? Because like it's easy to like procrastinate by on the sales and marketing part, because it's like, well, we can go build more things. It's like we know we shouldn't. We know that we should pause on that, do sales and marketing, and then when people have like, you know, a bug that needs to be fixed or something, a request where it's like I would pay for this, then we go prioritize that. So anyway, I think that's it for today. I'm going to get over to recording YouTube videos, and I will see you next week. Thanks for checking in.